Alright, so boom, we back with another hit, Can't Stop, Won't Quit. As a follow-up to the worst songs video about Lil Wayne's The Carter series, if you haven't seen that yet, check out the description or the pinned comment, it will be linked there. It's time to talk about what songs I do enjoy from those 6 albums. As you can probably tell from the duration of this video, this is definitely going to be longer than the worst songs video, so let's get started. The 4 tiers this time are going to be Guilty Pleasure, Decent, Good, and Weezy F Baby, and the F stands for Fire. The real ones know how these tiers work, but I must quickly explain anyway. Guilty Pleasure tier are for songs that I can honestly admit are ass. These songs really do suck, but I have to be honest and say that I rock with them. If I didn't like these, they would be in either the weak or the trash tier. But since I do like them, let's discuss them right now.
If I don't see it, I'll be waiting for you on the dark side of the moon.
I like this song because of the production and Nicki singing, but this is hands down one of the worst songs this man has ever made. The biggest reason is because of this. This has got to be one of the most lyrically confusing songs that Lil Wayne has ever put on wax. The meaning of this track is not clear at all. From what I've gathered from the song, Wayne is an astronaut that lives in his rocket ship, and he's thinking about the love he has for his girl, and he's going to wait for her until she comes to see him. Nicki Minaj is playing a character on Earth, and she points how there are people living in rocket ships in space already, and then together they're singing about how the world is coming to an apocalyptic end, and after the destruction is done, they hope to be together on the dark side of the moon, away from all of the chaos. But even with me saying all of that, I feel like I'm making that up. When Wayne sings, fireballs reflect off the frames of the pictures. She's not at all impressed with the flames or the flickers. The quiet calms my quasars. The eclipse is eclipsing. My astronaut helmet kind of shifted, full of lipstick. I'd be like, what the fuck is this man talking about? At the end of the day, I still think this is better than Took His Time and Let It Fly with Travis Scott. Wayne doesn't have a single song in his catalog that's Jamaican inspired, so I don't know what made him do it here. It's also just another flexing song about his jewelry and pimp game, so this song is super random, but it does make me laugh. We did it. Oh, more fire, more fire. I hustle and bend my back, my muscle is intact, my biceps and triceps is yes. Mo Fire is a pretty stupid and out of left field song for Wayne, and it's a pretty empty song. Like, he doesn't really say anything of note, but boy is it funny. This track certainly lives up to his name because it has a lot of problems. Wayne spends the track talking about certain issues, certain purchases, certain situations, and says broke people can't relate to anything I'm talking about. These are problems that only rich people have. Now, the first problem is his mumbling, slurred speech. And I'm a man wrong, I don't want to be right, damn it, you ain't. That button scheme that he did in the first verse was pretty weak too. Off button, pause button, stop button, lock button, belly button, big old titty, she pop buttons, head button, Versace button, down a button to the top button. Stupid. But somehow, as whack as this track is, it still sounds good. In a very odd way. I really love that the second and final chorus, for example, when his singing vocals are all layered over each other. That whole part is terrible, and yet I love it. Just a whole lot of "love me is wrong, I don't want to be right there, bitch, you hate." Alright, the decent tier. I really need y'all to comprehend that when I put a song in a decent tier, that's literally me admitting that I don't think the song is anything special. It's solid, it's nice, but I'm not about to tell somebody else they tripping if they don't like it. If anything, I understand why someone wouldn't like these. So let's go over a handful of Weezy Carter tracks that are just solid to me.
Weezy, what up, pop? What up, pop? Fuck what they heard is what they need to know, nigga.
As mentioned in the worst songs video, this song is just a better version of Only Way from the same album. Birdman and the Birdman J Aura rap that the reason they smash other people's girls, why they sell dope, and why they're so dedicated to getting money is because that's the only way of life they know how to live. That's the cash money way to do it. The horns on this song are amazing and are one of the reasons why it's way more entertaining than its inferior counterparts. My favorite song on C5, but even though it's my favorite, I can be unbiased. I mostly love this song for the beat and the background harmonies. I like the Lil Boosie sample. Got these niggas scared, wanna bust a nigga head for no reason, man. Some trash bars don't really help his case though. Nigga, I'm an ass with that semi, call me semicolon. A song like Hitter shows that I'm unbiased because although I love the song a lot, I wouldn't call it great and I wouldn't blame someone who said they don't care for it.
And I don't smoke bunk, only smoke that strong. Eyes tight like my name Wong, ding ding dong.
He was saying my bars hit like barbells, like it was the hardest thing in the world. The build up to the song and the song overall is really nothing special, but I do think the LL Cool J sample and the way Weezy sounds on it, it's just fine to have on. Eyes tight like my name Wong, ding ding dong. Wayne. If this song didn't sound nice, this would have easily been in the worst songs video.
I'll show you the rest of the house later, man. You wait right here. I'll be back. Carter.
This is a continuation of the opening song Walk In, a song we haven't discussed yet, where Wayne takes you to the upstairs floor of the Carter house. He wants to test you to see if you're really with the shits by giving you some morphine. He got glass floors so that he can always look up to see who's up there on the top floor. It's just some more of him showing off his project, and he ends with, I'll show you the rest of the house later. I'll be right back. It's the Carter. It's a cool bridge in the middle of the album that takes you from the song Cash Money Millionaires to the very first single ever released for the Carter series. You're not about that life like I am. A dude like you would get in a situation and freeze up like a popsicle. He actually says this, by the way. I always found it weird that Manny Fresh's hook is more tailored towards a dance record and women shaking ass when that's not at all what the rest of the song is about. Wayne saying, you gonna need an army to stop me. You don't wanna see my peeping Tommy guns. My crew will pop you like spot pimples. And Manny just shows up, put your hands on your knees and bend your rump, put your back in, back out. Yeah, bring it back is just cool to me. Whoa there.
Let's go. Cash money, young money, motherfuck the other side.
The Carter 2 purists are about to call blasphemy that I only have this song in the decent tier. Here's why it's this low in the ranking. The Mob is like a whole 2 minutes longer than it needs to be. I'm sorry, this has no business being a damn 5.5 minute song. The song stops being entertaining the more it goes on, and it comes off as Wayne just rambling random street bars. He got some nice lyrics in the middle of the verse, but the way that he raps them is kind of sluggish, such as the whole jelly preserver, give me a verdict, I get it and serve it, I hit it and heard it, and mission accomplished, the bitches astonished, then they pay homage, when did they find it? Honestly, this man is kind of just talking through most of the song, and not a good type of talking like, talk to that nigga kind of way, more so a, alright bro, wrap this up kind of way.
Put the gun aside. What the fuck for? I sleep with the gun. And she don't snow.
At the front door, with a gun stole. Knock, knock. Who's there is how it won't go. Heat. I don't know how y'all typically feel about Swiss Beats production, but I think he came through on this one. It's a solid track of Wayne just talking about murking his enemies and not playing any games. Put the guns down. What the fuck for? I sleep with the gun. And she don't snow.
If it wasn't for Wayne, it wouldn't be.
It was a nice touch for Wayne to use a 2 Chainz sample and address how influential he is in the rap game, and all of his underlings are just mocking what he's already done. The beginning of the first verse, to me, I feel like Wayne was just rhyming just to rhyme. Bugatti, new boo, new subject, new paper, new class, new school. Like, that part was weak. But the rock scheme at the end of the first verse, that right there was fire. Back to the block, man, where they got more rock fans than a rock band. Under a rock, man, we need Barack, man. I do what I can to keep it solid as a, you know what I'm saying. That was great right there. Here's why this song is only in the decent tier. Dedicate falls off hella hard after the first verse. The intriguing use of the sample, the best bars, the engaging flows, all of that goes away after the first verse. I started this, you just parted this, I'm the heart of this, and the heart that's a skip. Take the heart of your bitch, cause like Bart, you a simp, and your water don't drip, so your garden ain't. And it's not that this is a crazy long track, it's only 3 minutes, but after that first minute of some change, I'll already be like, alright, that's enough. Is it me, or is Wayne incredibly offbeat at the very beginning of the first verse? That whole part where he's like, what up though, it's Tunchi. New Orleans nigga turn gumbo to sushi. Money real tall like Matumbo, you puny. You already know I'm a big dog, you Snoopy. Soldiers salute me. Codeine pollute me, I'm droopy. When you listen to that over the beat, it does not match at all. My flow so clean got me tiptoeing is one of my favorite bars on the whole album though. That was smooth. Now, I used to only care for the switch up to the rock instrumental at the very end, But sitting down and playing this album again, listening to it through and through, the whole song is tolerable. One thing that's kinda not tolerable is the second verse. I don't know what the hell happened, but his bar started to slip heavy. I came on her belly, that's that star jelly, and I stay armed like sleeves, off red like spaghetti and meatballs. Tune act a donkey like he haul Himalaya nigga down like pink. So instead of saying he would lay a nigga down, he said Himmel so that he can make the pun. Himalaya nigga down like Himalayan pink salt. I like the song, but the second verse kinda trash. Although I like this song, T-Pain's auto-tune can feel a bit overbearing. I really don't blame people who don't like this song because of T-Pain's contribution. But on top of the overbearing auto-tune, bro, this has to be one of the biggest simp records Weezy has ever put out. T-Pizzle is mad at a girl that he was friends with and helped her through her heartbreaks, and now he's mad that she's smashing everyone except him. The chorus is even him saying, "This bitch owes you everything," and "Don't call me talking about them other fools. I thought that we was cool." Wayne joins in on this hooliganism saying, "And I don't love them hoes, and don't fuck up with Wayne, cause when it Wayne's it pows. All I had to do was put 2 and 2 together, but that just makes 4, but not forever." They're really complaining that this girl don't want them. I still like this song, but I will never in my life tell somebody, "What? You don't like How to Hate with T-Pain? You wildin'."
I don't know how you do it. Just sell me a bridge in Brooklyn, you don't own.
Wayne went from the best rapper alive to the biggest simp rapper alive with this one. So here's another heartbreak song about feeling used in a relationship. The comparison he uses for this track is telling this woman, "The skills that you possess that allow you to manipulate me and play me, if I had that high level of skill at playing guitar, I could create the greatest guitar solo of all time." And he mentions other instruments. "If I played the piano with the same high level of caliber that you play with my emotions, I could create the greatest piano ballad to ever exist." And he doesn't even know why he's so hooked on this woman, which is why he sings, "I don't know how you do it." Even though this song makes it seem like he's from Simpy Grove, Louisiana, I still like it. The singing and production sounds okay.
Girl, I do not want you to know what to do.
Simp man, yeah, that's you. A love song about how a girl has moved on from her relationship with Wayne, where he was showing strong love. And now this girl has zero care about how he feels post-breakup. So Wayne, man, what about me? How you just gonna move on that fast and talk to all these other guys? What about me and my needs? Sosa Man from Taylor Gang joins to say, "I'm just sitting here counting my blues, thinking about all the things that me and you have been through." There's actually another version of this song that features Post Malone in place of Sosa Man. Lyrically, this song would be in a guilty pleasure tier because it's kind of pathetic, but damn do those drums sound good. And with that auto-tune, I'm sorry, I rock with it. "Girl, I do not want you to know what to do. Girl, what about me?" I guess I gotta flip what I said earlier on myself now. Simp man, yeah, that's me.
Tonight, so I could get my throne man on you.
I'ma refrain from my typical currency slander and I'ma just say, this song is just very cheesy to me, and it always has been. Weezy and Spitter can talk all they want about how well they want to treat this special lady. I'm not against that, but this, "You are so fine tonight, so I can get my grown man on with you." This song reminds me of that Stewie and Brian Griffin moment when they were singing, "I want to have intercourse with you. Oh, ooh, yeah, intercourse with you." Grown Man is the New Orleans nigga version of that song.
Cause my days is a mess, my nights is a mess, my life is a mess.
Mess is a dreamy, crooning song about Wayne's indifference towards being with a single woman and the chaotic nature of his love life. The one girl that does care about him, he's so distant from love that he isn't interested in acknowledging her feelings. This girl didn't believe in ghosts until I had to get ghost and leave her alone. We've been talking a lot about love and heartbreak records, so instead, it's time to flex up on these hoes.
Eat it, lit up the stove, you ain't gotta reheat it. Give her a pole, she turn into Houdini.
This song is in the decent tier and not higher because it's slightly annoying to listen to. The reason is because Wayne's slurring delivery sounds like he's rapping with his mouth wide open and that he can't shut it. It sounds as if someone punched Wayne so hard in his jaw that he can barely move his mouth. But he still went in the studio like, nah, I'm about to record something. His flow at the end of the second verse, although he wasn't saying anything hard, he was still going on that bitch. I'm at home with her, ma'am, she want only a 10. I see only her ass and she only a fan. I say I understand, but I don't understand. Said she hot on the gram, bitch, I'm hot out the pan. I found out she a stand. If you ain't got that back, then that private don't lance like me. Do not test me, I'm your final exam. Don't care how much you cramming. If you think it's sweet, turn your body to yams. Eat it. That man was not saying shit, but that part sounded so nice.
Hey, who won't fuck with me? Tell 'em I'm waiting for 'em. Who won't fuck with me? Tell 'em I'm waiting for 'em.
I love the very beginning of this song, from the beat build up to the first verse. I move it from an 8 to a slab, from a slab to a quarter, from a quarter to a half, from a half to a hard one. Wayne questions if anybody wants to mess with him and advises that if you do, that would be a bad idea, due to how much money, drugs, and guns he has. He is the last person you want to mess with. Simple and effective track.
I try to talk to him. I try to talk to him. Get him up, hit him up.
Hit 'em Up is a warning gunplay song where Wayne threatens his ops not to run their mouth too much or disrespect him because there will be consequences. Take them shoes off your teeth, stop running your mouth. No shoes, no feet, I'll run in your mouth. I tried to warn this mother effer plenty of times that I ain't the one to be messed with, but he kept thinking he was untouchable, so I had to blow his head off. Cool concept, but it is the same old bars.
Hold up, the beat might drop.
This is honestly another generic bar fest from Wayne. It's one verse talking about dealing with fake people, and like nearly every other song on this album, gun bars. I'm smoking on that Bob Marley and stacking my figures. I would say the best line was when he said, I'm from the hood, so I rep them where I can't take them. Holly Grove was his last statement. Even till his dying breath, he's going to rep Holly Grove to the very end. That line was fire. But overall, this song is super basic. And outside of the, oh no, being a little obnoxious, it's just cool to have on. Yeah, we've been covering a few songs from the Carter 2 in a decent tier, haven't we? Which is why I'm mind blown that people try to call Carter 2 a no-skip album. Although I like a handful of these songs, I don't think any of these songs are special. If someone told me they don't like Grown Man, Hit 'Em Up, I'm a D-Boy, or oh no, or hell, even Mo Fire that was in the Guilty Pleasure tier. If you don't like or don't care for any of these songs, I completely understand. This album has a lot of just whatever tracks, including the one I'm talking about now. I don't really care about the verses. The ignorant side of me just soars sky high when the hook comes in. This shit be getting me hype, bruh. I got money in my pocket, I got money on my block, I got the money in the power, I'm gone. Buzzing at the next one, knocking at the door. No doubt. A straightforward song about having a good time in the club, making it rain, and having goons ready to protect you if something pops off in the club. Similar to what I said about How to Hate, I get why T-Pain's contribution will make someone not like this track. Wayne's third verse is pretty unbearing with the auto-tune too. Bring an umbrella, please bring an umbrella, Ella, Ella. You know we ain't f***ing if you not thick, and I'll cool your ass down if you think you're hot shit. And bitch, I'm the bomb like tick, tick. This third verse is kinda ass, but I still like the whole song. And I always forget that the music video version includes a verse from Mac Main. Mac Main really be acting like just because he's in charge of Young Money that he can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, load up the choppers like this December 31st.
Originally titled If I Die Today, this is one of Wayne's more iconic bar fests. We all remember hearing this. If anything happens to Weezy or Rose, they already know they'll be remembered as legends. I'll rip your ass apart and then pull myself together. That was nice. Still, with how iconic this song is, it's still just aight to me.
I think the Lord ain't a broke nigga.
This track is definitely carried by the explosive Dr. Dre sample. It has a cool premise of Wayne thanking God that he didn't end up as a typical D-boy that never made it out the hood. And although you're selling drugs, you still hella broke. He didn't end up that way because the dudes on his block told him that he was special and that he didn't need to ruin his life rolling with them. Snoop Dogg's chorus is very weak to me. I gets money, I'm a hustler. And if you buying what I'm selling, you's a customer. Man, Snoop low-key didn't add anything to this.
Demons, lovers, killers, sinners, tell me who you are.
That note being held out at the end by Andrew was such a disgusting ending. Maria is a religious song about knowing how cold and dark the world is. Ave Maria references the Hail Mary prayer. I still believe to this day that the second half of Carter 6 is a fall off and that most of the better songs are at the beginning of the album, but I'd be lying if I said Maria didn't have a nice enough sound to it. In the city of angels, demons, lovers, killers, sinners, tell me who you are. I be hearing this song like, okay, all right, it's straight.
I ain't gotta say this all the time, nigga. They know I'm the greatest of all time, nigga.
I'ma be honest, I don't really like the first verse of this song. It just felt like that type of verse where there were no bars for real and he was kind of just saying stuff. It's a song of Wayne acknowledging his greatness and bragging that although he doesn't have to say he's the greatest because it's well known, he's still gonna talk his ish. His kids, his baby mamas, the fans, other rappers, even Guy himself knows that Wayne is the greatest to ever do it. So although I'm on this song saying that I'm the GOAT, I really don't have to. Y'all already know the deal. And again, with the first verse I was talking about, that bitch ate a nigga meat and potatoes, nigga. If she wants some head, I'ma decapitate a nigga, evaporate a nigga, eradicate a nigga, slap you in your face like I'm playing patty cake, my nigga. Eat the cake, never beat a woman for Missita's sake. I beat the case, beat some pussy up and then delete the race. Headshots from 100 feet away, but your feet okay, put you 6 feet away. Other than the eat the cake, never hitting a woman, Ike and Tina Turner reference, I was like, I don't really care for this verse. The whole song is alright though.
I changed the stars on the flag into crosses. Amen.
Anybody who describes this as a politically charged record has not fully listened to this song. This song being politically charged is like only 20% of the record, such as the outro, doing it for his uptown politicians, and how he would prefer to turn the stars on the US flags into crosses so that we can pray to the Lord instead of pledging allegiance. Everything else that he says on here are generic dealing with my ops and having money bars that you can hear on any other song. Wayne talks about his own destiny and the power that he has and letting the past rest so that you can focus on your future. This song could have been on the level of Tie My Hands if he actually did solely focus on his issues with the US government instead of saying all of this other stuff. Lastly, this is another song that didn't need a third verse in my opinion. You dead to me, brown grass nigga. Bullshit for lunch, brown bag nigga. Reality is a bitch and I'ma dance with her. I be hearing this verse like, bro, you could have ended the song by now. This adds nothing to the song for me. So, the good tier. These Weezy Carter tracks are better than just cool or solid, but they also aren't great. They're just that, good or really good, but not fantastic.
So, Lil Wayne, what's your motivation?
Is that really a question?
I love the framing and structure of this song. It's an interview about Wayne's motivations and a woman questions him on how his music connects to so many people. He answers this question with a hype bar fest about making money and being an important figure that's not to be messed with. The song doesn't have a chorus. Each verse is followed by Wayne talking to the interviewer, saying that his music is the voice of the hood and that other rappers don't have the impact as him because they aren't spitting like him. Again, the idea and format of this song is really creative to me.
We got some badass bitches, bitches outside, there's some sad ass bitches.
The number one criticism that people have about this song is that it doesn't sound like something that would come out in the mid or late 2010s. It sounds 10, 15 years past its time. Like this is something that would have came out in the early or mid 2000s. Now here's my thing. I 100% agree with that, but that's exactly why I enjoyed the song. This song sounded like a 2005-ish R&B artist collabs with rap artist track. Is one of the reasons why it's so enjoyable to me. It's not a negative in this case. And bro, the second half of the first verse is some of the best rapping on the entire album. Cocaine, baking soda, and some hot water. Keep the fiends coming back to me, not karma. Smiled at my first kilo like a proud father. Smiled at my first judge like I'll be out tomorrow. Keep the Glock on them. All eyes on me. I had a Pac moment. This a Manny Fresh beat and I go Pac on it. My homeboys proud of me like Barack Homies. Your homeboys tired of me. I hope they die yawning. Leave your house haunted. I ain't kidding. I ain't playing. Fuck up your house party. That whole part was heat, bruh.
In my hood love me, they tell me bring it home. That's why I holla Holly Grove on each and every song.
This should have been the intro track to Carter 2. I have zero clue why he made The Mob the opening song. For those of y'all that watched the Worst Songs video, y'all know Carter 2 and Fly Out are both misses to me. But Fly In, oh no, this one is heat. In my hood love me, they tell me bring it home. That's why I holla Holly Grove on each and every song. I'm so 504, you gotta kill me here. If you ever looking for me, bitch, I will be here. Fly In is not only the best one in the trilogy, it's the only good one.
What's in this motherfucker made niggas so they can't bust in this motherfucker.
Now here's the introduction to the entire The Carter series, the one that started it all. A single verse song where Wayne raps about the state of the streets, his place in those streets, and his place in the rap game. Then he gives you a tour of his house, projects, showing you things from drugs to his homies doing nefarious things. It is an absolute necessity that if you've never listened to the Carter series before, that you start with this song. That's why it's the first song in the entire series. It's only right. And with that, the very second song in the Carter series is
This is the Carter DJ, 'cause they're my DJ.
Bring It Back may have been the first single released for the Carter, but it wasn't the biggest. Go DJ is easily the most popular song on the first installment. Weezy came out the gate letting listeners know what will happen if you disrespect him, and that getting dough is his strongest asset. This song being right after Walk In makes for a strong opening to the series. Yes sir, more hits from the Carter 1, back to back. Birdman not being trash on the mic is always a funny thing to witness because you don't expect much, but then he'll show out. His opening line always gets me. Indictments got us conspiracy for murder. The Hot Boys were raised in war times. The jailhouses are filled with brothers like us, but we stand on business on our end and we ain't going down. Another favorite part of the song is Wayne saying, life's a bitch and death's her husband, and you gonna have to meet him if you keep on fucking up, and you gonna have to meet us if you keep on fucking up, but you don't wanna see them CMB blood lovers. Nope, this beat is fire. I like the rapping. This is one of the good tier songs that was close to being in fire tier. Now, Banned from NO is a simple flexing song about how Wayne got it out the mud and he has no problems taking out his ops or flaunting his wealth. It samples Noriega's Banned from TV record, and this sample is where most of the enjoyment comes from. One thing that is a big negative though is that Wayne's entire second verse is an interpolation of Nori's verse from Banned from TV. And not just a few lines either, it's a bar for bar replay of Nori's verse. Although I like this song and I think it's good, the fact that Wayne just completely rapped Nori's verse felt pretty lazy to me, and this song is a whole like 75 seconds longer than it needs to be. The last third of the track where it's just the chorus and the refrain repeating over and over, if Weezy wasn't going to add a third verse, I feel like this didn't need to be that long. The namesake song where Weezy declares himself the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. To answer the question on why this isn't in the fire tier, this song is honestly carried by the Rock Iron Maiden sample production. And yes, I said carried. These guitars are incredible. If this beat wasn't so astonishingly good, I would like this song less or like not at all.
Fuck the Drake and bout the G-Lock. He run up and he get pop. Yeah, I rap, but fuck this hip-hop.
Jay Jones had the best verse on this song. His verse, this beat, and the chorus is what carries it to the good tier. I could be honest and admit this is one of the records where Wayne is the weakest aspect of it. But it was great to hear him rap along Big X the Plug as the track progresses. Sif the Drake and bought the G-Lock, he run the Betty get pop. I feel like Big X the Plug is going to switch to another music genre at some point. Because this man said, yeah, I rap this hip hop. Yeah, he about to be out of there. This is the only song from Carter 4 that's in the good tier, by the way. The only one. If I would have included the song Outro, like the final song on the album as part of the ranking, then that would be in good tier too. Outro is dope, and it's very sad that a top 5 song on that album is a record Wayne is not even on. But Blunt Blowing is a song that feels good from its energy. Wayne just sounds so excited to scream, I'm a blunt blowing, polo draw showing. It doesn't have the strongest lyrics. He didn't necessarily bar out or nothing on here. Some of y'all may try to highlight that all about the vision like a line between two dots bar. That was light. I'm all about my riches. My name should be Richard. Nah. This got a lot of energy though.
Well, nigga, that depends. Let's just talk about hoes.
Manny Fresh's hook might not be the best on this, but he's still a highlight of the song to me. This track gets points for its humorous factor. Hearing them talk about the different types of bras that they're smashing is really funny. Got this lead singer bitch from a popular group. I would say her name, but she bought me a coupe. I don't know what it is about Cash Money artists talking about smashing dykes. They make themselves sound very sus every time they mention it. But sus or not, this is funny. See 2 dyke Spanish twins, nuts pressed on their chin. Where we go video? Well, nigga, that depends. Hoes! Let's just talk about hoes.
You must be famous.
You must be famous.
And having a lot of hoes is one of the byproducts of being famous. Wayne talks about the pitfalls of being famous, from dealing with gold diggers to sometimes wishing that he was a normal person. This piano is solid, Ray Janae's singing is solid, but I am disappointed by a couple of weak bars in here. I tried to blow my nose and I blew my mind. It's mind blowing. Like what? Some people say I changed, but they can't hear me jingle. You know when you shake some coins, quarters, pennies and such, they make a jingling sound? So that's what that weak ass pun is going for. How can y'all say I've changed when I'm not making any jingling noises? Whew, Lord, bless Wayne's heart. He really be thinking he be doing something. Still a good song though.
She said I don't know who you are anymore. Talking to the man in her mirror.
A side effect to mess around with all these hoes is that you start to feel nonchalant about a woman's feelings. And you start sleeping with as many girls as you can. Not because you actually like any of them, but because you're the CEO of Raw Dog Entertainment. There may be one person in your life that you do deem special, but your heart is not all the way in the relationship, to the point where when y'all are together, it feels like two strangers are trying to force something that's not there. I said I don't know who you are anymore. Another vulnerable love song from Weezy on how he looks at women and love.
Sharks ain't always in the water.
They smile in your face all the time, they wanna take your place. Sharks is a song, I had no idea that people hated Jelly Roll so much, but it's a song about being aware of backstabbers and that you have to move different in life because a deceitful person can be awaiting anywhere. And that's one of those life lessons that you don't learn until you get backstabbed by someone you previously trusted. Going down the rabbit hole of reviews for this album, a lot of discussion I see about Sharks is not even about the song itself. I think most people just hate Jelly Roll for some reason. His presence on this album at all made people roll their eyes and go, man, get this mother effer out of here. Now, did Big Sean have the best verse? Sure, you can say that, even though he went off topic a little bit. He starts mentioning how other people don't know how it feels to help their family come up. Y'all never had to be the one to help your kinfolk out of financial troubles. He talks about missing his dead homies so much to the point where he wants to dig them out the ground. And his ex-girlfriends are missing out on him because he done came up so much. I'm going to pop my ish until I fizzle out. None of that had anything to do with dealing with backstabbing people in your life. Like, he just threw those lines in there. But yeah, most people who dislike this song, they just don't like it because they have a vendetta against Jelly Roll.
The dirt under your feet could be the grave you feel. You don't know how dead you feel till you're dead for real.
A heartfelt song of Wayne expressing his pains in life and the dark thoughts he has regarding his mortality, women, and even fears about himself. I've been through so much in life that I don't even want to think about it. Let me just drink my problems away. Sometimes I think taking myself out the game would be a better option than dealing with this nonsense. Lyrically, this is one of Wayne's best songs of all time, but the sound of the song doesn't have a lot of replay value. I'm not gonna lie. This is a really good track for sure, but admittedly, it's not something to put on all the time.
And I wonder what it been like trying to get back right.
Y'all sleep on the Carter 5, bro. There are several good songs on this album. This is the main track where he talks about having a new life after successfully suing Birdman. From 2015 to 2018, Wayne put out 6 mixtapes and 1 album, but none of those projects were released under the Cash Money label, since Baby wanted to act like a hoe. Weezy used his Dope New Gospel to explain, thanks to his hunger for rap, that's why he never stopped fighting. He felt disconnected from his fans for so long and felt like he was losing his touch on people. Lastly, he mentions how his addiction to pills and lean is so strong that we all need to take a good look at Wayne because we never know when we might lose him. Nevaeh's singing helped bring out a really good performance, and Dope New Gospel is certainly a highlight on C5.
Don't cry.
Admittedly, X's singing isn't the best, especially because this is the opening song on C5. I'm sure this threw hella people off hearing this for the first time. Don't Cry sees Wayne detailing his darker thoughts about going through hardships, thinking about death, and overcoming adversity to gain his virtue back. Now, Weezy admitted that he didn't know who X was prior to this feature. X recorded this chorus for a different track with producer Zen. It was Mac Main's idea to use the X chorus for this song. So it's sad to see that Wayne wasn't tapped into how iconic of a run X was having during his time here, but at least we got something.
A demon with the mans.
Although this is not in the fire tier, let me say this. Demon is the one good tier song from C5 that was the closest to being in the fire tier. I love this song. The production and background vocals make the song sound very lovely. I don't necessarily like when Wayne does this, but the second verse is the exact same as the first verse. It always feels lazy when artists do that. Same thing with Drake's Hold On We're Going Home. I'm not a fan of when both verses are exactly the same. But just like the Drake record, the reason that is because the strength of the track is in the singing and the production. You're supposed to get lost in how soulful and dreamy the rest of the song sounds. And that's what happens to me with Demon. I can put this song on whenever.
Yeah, and he said,
The best outro on any The Carter album. This is better than Walkout, Fly Out, Don't Get It, Is Good, or C4 outro, and better than Written History. Come on now. This is the song where Wayne finally admits the infamous moment where he was a little kid and he shot himself. That wasn't an accident. For decades, Wayne said that he was just messing around with a gun and it accidentally went off. But in the third verse of this song, he admits that he was trying to take himself out the game on purpose. I went to get my mama's gun. Next thing I know, I woke up in a pool of my own blood, surrounded by police officers. That was God giving me a second chance at life and saying it wasn't my time to leave yet. From that moment, I used that second wind to follow God, and I became the greatest rapper of all time. Overall, this song is about how you shouldn't stress about life's hardships as everything works out in the end, whether you have control of the issue or not. Taking yourself out the game is never the way to go. Some of you may be wondering why I'm saying all this positive stuff and I only have it in a good tier. That is because I don't think the first two verses are as strong as the third one. If the third verse wasn't in this song at all, I would put this in the decent tier. Boom, the absolute best songs of the Carter series, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. In my opinion, as of 2025, these Weezy F Baby songs are straight heat. And these are the records that show why the Carter is such a goated album series. The best opening song in the Carter series. Yes, I think this song is better than The Mob, Intro, 3P, all of them. I don't care at all if the background gospel singing is artificial intelligence. If y'all hate the rise of AI music, then I'm part of the problem because the background vocals on here sound really, really good. Welcome to the Carter, where the mountains are high. If this is what Allen Iverson music sound like, I will gladly take this over a lot of other songs Wayne has. Welcome to the Carter. Welcome to the Carter. And not just the sample, Wayne was on point with his rapping too. I know the feds camera observed because the cash is absurd. I'm in the house of fucking massive. I just added concierge. The intro to Carter 6 is better than every single song on Carter 5, outside of Mona Lisa is the only song from Carter 5 that's in the fire tier. That is my overall opinion on C5. I know I said y'all sleeping on this album and whatnot, and I do believe y'all are, but the flaw with this album is that there are a lot of good songs, but there's no amazing or fantastic songs, with the exception of Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar. This song is phenomenal, spelled with an F. The only flaw I can admit with it is that both Wayne and K-Dot's voices can be annoying. Not even when they're in character, just kinda in general. They both do sound pretty whiny on here. But hey, that shows how dope this record is. It has two rappers with whiny ass voices rapping for 5 minutes, and it still sounds incredible. If y'all didn't notice, there were no songs from the Carter 3 in the good tier. The last song from this album that we discussed was Got Money with Teddy Versetti, and that was a minute ago. There are no good songs on the Carter 3. Every single track is either fantastic or it's just okay or trash. Here's my hot take about Let the Beat Build and its connection to the album. Let the Beat Build is amazing, but still, let me word it this way. This is the only good song on the second half of Carter 3. My opinion on Carter 3 is that it falls off really hard in the second half. We're going to talk about other fire tier songs from this project, but they're all from the first half. In my opinion, once you reach Mrs. Officer with Dwight Howard, the album starts to plummet from there, and Let the Beat Build is the only highlight. Everything else, You Ain't Got Nothing, Shoot Me Down, La La, If I Set This Stage on Fire, you can keep all of those songs. And with that being said, let's talk about a couple of more fire songs from the Carter 3 that are in the first half of the album. A Passing of the Torch record from Jigga to Weezy. Weezy used to call himself the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, and he was referring to Jay-Z. When Jigga left us with the Black Album, that's when Wayne started saying, well, I guess I'm #1 now. Fast forward to 2008, Jay-Z admits, I took so much change from this rap game, it's your go. You can have the top spot, Wayne, it's all you now. And then of course both of their real life last names is Carter, so everything falls perfectly into place. Mr. Carter has always been an amazing record.
Your money.
The beat by Lee Crawford stopped to get on my nerves. That was one of the big reasons I didn't like this song for several years. This song was so popular that hearing Milli throughout the whole hood became bothersome. The third verse is my least favorite in this song. This man said, "My name ain't Bic, but I keep that flame. I be the shit, now you got loose bowels, and I don't owe you like 2 vowels." That's like 3 lines of back-to-back trash. But even still, re-listening to Amiri for these videos, it did not bother me like at all. I said, damn, unfortunately this song is fire. Ain't that a bitch? This is a track from the Carter 1 that puts a smile on my face right away. As soon as I hear, hey, because the cops is watching, the streets is talking, I'm showing all 32s. One of my favorite Wayne beats and Wayne songs overall. From the hoes being unfaithful to your family being ungrateful. The dudes in your crew can't even be trusted. Sometimes the people in your life don't have your back, and all you can say is, damn, ain't that a bitch? I gotta deal with bitches and I gotta deal with snitches.
Snitch. Don't let your mouth open up, cause you don't wanna see the handgun open up.
Ain't That a Bitch is the 3rd best song on Carter 1, and I think Snitch is the 2nd best song on the project. Wayne raps that snitching is never the way to go in the hood, so no matter how much information you know, it's best to never say anything because that can lead to the end of your life for running your mouth. The beat is my favorite thing about it because it has an outer space galaxy feel to it, and plus the chorus is catchy. The Carter 1 has some great songs, and we're not even done mentioning all of them.
Because this is the Carter. A lot more rich and a whole lot smaller.
This is the Carter. This is pretty much the title track to the album, and it sees Birdman JR flexing his riches and saying how he's flyer than you and your bitch. Anyone who has a problem with how Wayne acts, they should blame Birdman, since Birdman is the one that made him. I like the different vocal melodies he does on certain lines. If getting money is wrong, I ain't right at all. I young money your car, I just ride it off. And then my favorite part of the whole song, No, me don't want no bullshit. So stop baller blocking cause that nigga hood rich. And I floss every day because I could, bitch. So holla at your boy cause I'm still on some hood shit. I love this damn song, bro. Whether it's Go DJ, Bring It Back, This is the Carter, Hoes. If a song says featuring Manny Fresh, there's a very high chance I'm going to enjoy it. Don't think I forgot this one, nigga. It says featuring Manny Fresh, don't it? Yeah. Manny chose a glorious song to sample for this here. And that song is I'm Just Being Myself by Dionne Warwick fine ass. I'ma be honest, I had this song in a good tier because I don't really like the 2nd verse. I think it's outrageously repetitive. Him repeating the suffix self gets tiresome. I'm feeling myself just to see what I felt. She touching herself, she relieving herself, so I'm excusing myself, let her be with herself, so full of myself, I OD of myself, I don't talk to myself because I speak to myself. I'm being very truthful here. The 2nd verse of this song is not good, but man, the rest of the song I think is so great and I love it so much that it overrides the lackluster 2nd verse. I finally broke and said, nah, this going in the fire tier. Be in my a drug reference song of saying you're around so much drugs and you're balling so hard that it feels like the Sugar Bowl. I don't listen to many Wayne and Chainz collabs, so seeing some people say this is one of their weaker collabs together, I actually don't believe that. They have many songs that's better than this. The Uncle Luke Tootsie Roll melody was fire. Cotton candy sweetie, go balling like the Sugar Bowl. The amount of drug double entendres in Wayne's verse are innumerable. It's one of the best verses on the whole album. 2 Chainz's verse wasn't as strong, but the rest of the song is so great that I don't care. This track is immensely helped by the production and Babyface's chorus. I gotta keep it real. It's a song warning your lover that they're not irreplaceable. So if they start messing up, you can easily find someone to take their spot. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Wayne himself was kinda cheesy on here. Girl, I will never 1, 2, 3 forget about you. Not all lyrics are corny though. If you love listening to Beyonce, I'll gladly put you out on your B-day. How harsh. But again, Babyface rocked this. Baby girl, don't you ever.
She wanna wake up to Wizzy and let me be the one.
I don't even be liking to give Jazzy Faye his credit, but I got to. He did the Al Green sample justice. Let me be the one. Wayne raps about being a pimp and how well he can upgrade a woman's life if she gets with him. On the song How to Hate, it was pretty lame when Wayne says don't F up with Wayne because when it Wayne's it pose. I had no issue with that wordplay when he said it here on Earthquake Shine.
It's the Birdman Jr., sincerely yours. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it whores.
Y'all can say I'm being hypocritical. It's the same line, bro. How is it good in one song, but it's corny in another song? Hey, man, good night, God bless, and if the shoe fits, wear it. It's the Birdman Jr., sincerely yours. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it whores. Jazzy, tell him. It's been a very long time since we discussed a song from Carter 2. Receipt is the third best song on the project. The top two are clearly going to be in the fire tier as well. We'll see when we get there. It's a love song of Wayne telling the woman he's known since he was younger that she is the perfect new candidate for him, now that he's left his ex-wife. Sweetheart, you looking like my new lover, and my daughter, she wants a new mother. Now, because I'm an honest person, I must say, I don't get what the title of this song means, nor why he keeps saying it in the verses. He ends every verse with, I'll charge it to the game, and baby, you can keep the change, but I gotta hold on to my receipt. I don't know what this means, but at the same time, I don't care what it means. This song is fire, and it's top 3 on Carter 2 regardless. I feel like this is one of those divisive songs in Wayne's catalog. This song has never been universally loved. There's a loud vocal group of people that don't like this song. Some of y'all watching this video right now are saying, you got How to Love in the fire tier? Oh no, I can't give you that. I've never liked this song. I'm not even gonna say I blame y'all because Wayne singing can be off-putting. Hearing him tell this woman, don't worry that you have insecurities and that it's hard for you to trust men. It's not your fault, baby girl. But hey, it works for me, and it's one of only 2 songs from the Carter 4 in the fire tier. The other one being bar after bar after bar. This is an early 2010s Carter 4 era Wayne record done right. Forget all that whack stuff like, I tried to pay attention but attention paid me, or don't call me sir, call me survivor. No, he did way better on this song. If these niggas animals, then I'ma have a mink soon. I speak the truth, but I guess that's a foreign language to y'all. Glass half empty, half full, I'll spill ya. Try me and run into a wall, outfielder. I think this is the best bar fest that Wayne has ever made. I have yet to hear a song of his where he has more and better bars than this. Corey Guns could have got the hell on somewhere, but at least his flow is really good. These niggas out their mind. I told these fuck niggas so many times that I keep these bucks steady on my mind. Took these, I fuck these on your mind. Pause.
I'm uptown, thoroughbred BX, nigga, you heard Gunna. Welcome back, hip hop, I saved your life.
He looks good.
Dr. Carter is one of those records that makes me not believe that Wayne freestyles all the time. This song has such a great subject matter and such a cohesive layout and formula to where I go, nigga, you did not think of all this at the top of your head. You sat down and thought about this concept. Hip hop is dying, so I'ma be the doctor that brings it back to life. Every verse is him helping an ailing rapper that needs help on a particular trait, whether it's their swagger, confidence, or their vocabulary. This meaning is fantastic. If I ever met Lil Wayne again and he told me, trust me youngin, that's all freestyle right there, I'ma turn around and be like, hey, did y'all know Lil Wayne be lying about shit he has no business lying about? Similar to what I said about Start This Ish Off Right, a lot of people complaints with this song is that it sounds outdated. The Day sounds like 2012 Super Bowl music. And again, like I said about Start This Ish Off Right, I agree with that assessment, but it's still a good song. Both of these songs sounded like they're over a decade old. It's not a negative for me. But apparently this song was recorded in 2013, 2014, and was supposed to be on Carter 5. This was also the only song on Carter 6 that was released as a single, so Wayne really had faith in this one. I think it's a great track about being optimistic about life, as any day can be your last day. So even through hardship, you need to enjoy life for what it is and live it to the fullest. If my days are numbered, then I'ma live every day like day one. Y'all who think this song sucks, y'all tripping hard.
Yeah, born right here in the USA.
The second best song on Carter 3. This song is amazing, phenomenal, incredible, dog. I don't understand how Weezy and Robin can make such an ass song like Shooter and then get together and make this. Every time I hear Tie My Hands, I just think, bro, why didn't y'all do this the first time? A record about how the victims of Hurricane Katrina felt powerless and hopeless after the tragedy. thanks to no help from the US government. Wayne says other than the NFL New Orleans Saints, he's the only beacon of hope that can represent New Orleans. If you don't think this is a good track, I'm really curious on what your definition of good is. This was extremely close to being the best song in the series. I think this is the third best Carter song ever. Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar is number 2, and then the number 1 best song in the series we're going to talk about very soon. Wayne discusses dealing with the difficulties of loss and says that he lives every day to the fullest to not take life for granted. He mentions how all of his success he's had so far doesn't amount to him not having his father in his life. And he knows that death is coming for him one day, but until then, you can't let the pain of life get you down. Nicki did an amazing job singing to help get Wayne's point across to always pick yourself up. No matter what, always keep fighting and keep going. Whether you have people with you or whether you're on your own.
This is me on my own. Let's get it on.
On My Own has one of my favorite lines in the entire Carter series. Wayne saying, "They say they want the drugs to stop, but I'm a major setback when my album drop." That line is crazy. My music is going to hit the streets so hard. People gonna be fiending for my shit. So if you want the drugs in the ghetto to stop, hey, my album is about to cause everybody to relapse. This is about to be a whole nother thing people gonna lose their mind over. It's like I put crack in my raps with how much my bars and flows be hitting. Similar to This Is the Carter, this is another track where I love his melodies. Me in the streets got a joint account. I'm from the streets that you need to be warned about. New Orleans, where they put the gat in your mouth. And we told a lot of iron to flatten you out. And do I have to mention it? Bro, Real ain't never messed up a Lil Wayne song. Let's get it on. If a Wayne song features Real, then you know it's going in the fire tier. Which brings us to the best song on the Carter 1, bruh. Man, I miss my dogs, many nights club hopping. This song is great simply because of the realness and the honesty behind it. Lil Wayne was the only person that stayed rocking with Birdman in the early and mid 2000s. Turk, BG, and Juvie all got the hell on because Birdman was messing with their money and they knew he wasn't the dude to be trusted anymore. So since Wayne was no longer working with his brothers that he came up with, he wrote this song as a kind of real nigga, hey, I really miss y'all kind of thing. I miss my dogs. We all had way too many great memories together for us to just up and stop talking to each other like this. The first verse is dedicated to BG, the second one to Juvenile, and the third one to Turk. And he tells his boys how he really felt and how much each of them meant to his life. Fantastic damn song. I wouldn't blame anyone who has this as the number 1 greatest song in the whole series. But for me, the number 1 greatest The Carter song of all time has to go to
Baby, you gotta know that I'm just out here doing what I gotta do for me and you.
Hustler Music is way too much of a classic to not be in the fire tier. Some of y'all was probably watching this video getting impatient, like, damn, this nigga ain't talked about Hustler Music yet? Hey man, you can't rush greatness. This song is a hustler anthem. Any player that's ever slaved his life away and did whatever he had to do to get bread, whether it was something you enjoyed doing or not, this song is a soundtrack for that time in your life. Even for the fatherless guys out there, Wayne brings that up about his dad. How the hell you not here to see your prince turn into a king? For the ones that was there when this song dropped, y'all also know, this song brings crazy amounts of nostalgia. Phenomenal beat, and any person out there that's focused on getting money, you know how much this song means to you. I believe The Carter 2 is a crazy overrated album, but if there's one thing I can give it, Lil Wayne's number 1 best song of all time is on this album. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Hustler Music.
Outro, outro.